Hi YouTube. This is my first video and it's going to be about my weight loss journey. I actually already had previously I had a lap band done back in 2007. The exact date, December 11, 2007. And in the beginning, my weight loss was okay, it was good. I lost weight pretty quickly with that. And then I started out at, I'm really nervous. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm just trying. I started out at 290 pounds. That was my weigh-in right before I went into the surgery room, 290 pounds. And with the lap band, I got down to 225. I think it was about 225. So overall, that wasn't bad. I mean, it took a while to get to that point, but it really wasn't bad. But after that, it just started going back up, and I knew something was wrong because I was going to get fills, and like it wouldn't last very long. Like the fill wouldn't last. The restriction, not the fill, the restriction wouldn't last very long. So my doctor decided to send me for an upper GI, and went in for upper GI, and everything still seemed to be fine. So I made an appointment to go back and get a fill. And really, to be honest with you, I was really bad about going to get fills. I really wasn't one that went and got fills when I was supposed to, and I was really bad with the band. I really was. But it was a learning experience. And I would overeat even with the band and be sitting there in pain and throwing up and things like that. But it got to the point where I could basically eat anything I wanted to, and I wasn't going to regurgitate anything. It was going down, because in the beginning stages with the band, like the first year, I couldn't eat rice, I couldn't eat pasta, I couldn't eat bread, I couldn't eat any of those the bad carbohydrates or whatever. No, it wasn't happening. So, that's when I lost the weight in the first year. So after 2008, I didn't lose anything from the lap band. That pretty much was it for me. And I started gaining back weight, actually, because the band, there was an issue with it. I went in, okay, we did the upper GI, we didn't see anything. So he said to come back, make another appointment to get another fill done, and I had to be more consistent with it. At that time, I still wasn't consistent. But I went back. I finally decided to go back. I said, okay, I really have to go back because I'm spiraling out of control, and I just don't want to have to lose this weight and then gain it back again. It was like, what's the point of having to go through all of this? So I went back in, and I have to look at the time because I see everyone always, have a 10-minute video or something. So mine's just 3. Okay, so I went back in, and he was as he was doing the fill, because I was complaining to him. I'm like, doctor, I have no restriction at all. So as he was doing the fill, and he went into my port, he was like, you are bone dry. There is nothing inside your port. He was like, I don't understand this. We sent you to an upper GI, and we didn't find any leaks, And so he says, okay, I'm going to refill this, to the point where you're supposed to be. And I want you to come back and, next month, and we're going to see what's happening here. So I did just that. And again, I didn't go right back. I didn't, I let time pass and whatnot. And the fill didn't last all that long. It was tight for a little while, but it really didn't last that long. And so I finally decided to go back again because I saw my weight is spiraling out of control. At this point now, I'm up in the 240s. I was in the 220s, and now I'm back up to 240s. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna gain this weight all back, and I would have went through all of this for nothing. So, because it was partially me too. In the beginning I was great and working out and eating well. This really is a tool, and I still mentally in my head was using, other issues, whatever, to eat, emotional eating and all that crap, that comes along with it. We're addicted to food. That's why we had to have the surgery to begin with. So I went back in, and I finally went back in, and then he did, as he was doing the fill, he said, "Okay, you're bone dry again." Okay, so then at this point he was like, "Okay, well, it must be a slow leak. It must not be something that we can actually see, on the upper GI, whatever." So he suggested to me at this point to get the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And I didn't know what that was. I've never even heard of it. And because I had the lap band in 2007, I don't think that was around. He wasn't doing it at that time. Because when I went to orientation, I don't remember him talking about vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So I didn't know that that was even an option for me at that time. And so he started talking to me about it. And he said, he gave me options. He was like, "This is your opportunity. You can choose what you want to do. And we can definitely do something again because the band isn't working for you." He said, "I know," he told me that restriction works for you because obviously you lost some weight when you did have the restriction, but unfortunately there's something wrong with the port and there's a leak somewhere. So he said he could either replace the band for me and make a new band, do the lap band surgery all over again. Or he suggested that, I'd consider the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That way I didn't have to worry about going in for fills. And even though it's a more permanent solution, he think it might be best for me. And the reason why I chose the lap band to begin with, because I didn't really want to change my anatomy inside at all. I wanted something like that if anything went wrong, boop, we could take it out and we're good to go. So it took me a minute to really sink this in. And, I sat outside for a while and just thought about it. And I read the materials that he was giving to me. And I really trusted his decision and what he wanted me to do. Because he did an amazing job with the lap bands. It was an amazing job that he did. Hardly could even see the scars. It was great through and through. A great experience. Up until, I didn't have any more fills. I wasn't getting the fills when I was supposed to, and when I did get them, I wasn't getting much restriction. Up until then, it was fine. So, I decided to go ahead and do it. I decided to say, you know what? He's suggesting this to me. And from what I'm reading, I shouldn't have dumping because my pyloric, I think it's a pyloric valve, it stays in place, and he's not rerouting my intestines or anything like that, so I won't have that malnutrition, malabsorption issue that I was always scared of with bypass. That's the reason why I didn't want to do it. I have to look at the time. Okay. So I decided to go ahead and do it. So anyway, that was in July of this year. So I think it was June, either June or July was the last visit that I seen him. I can't remember, June or July, one out of two. So his assistant came out and, and I told her, I said, well, I think I want to schedule this. So, I'm going to still do some more research on it when I get home. But for now, put me on the schedule. And, she explained to me that it's like a revision surgery. So my insurance didn't need any authorization. They can go ahead. And, I didn't have to go through all that insurance crap again, which was wonderful. I was so happy about that. Because, that was a trip in the beginning. So anyway, not that it was so hard to get approved. I got turned down the first time for something small. I think my doctor had forgot to fax over the letter of necessity or something like that. But once that got squared away, I got the approval with no problem. So anyways, I selected September 13th of this year, 2010. And it was all set. Surgery was set, the date was set, and I was still contemplating whether or not I was gonna do this, but I know I still wanted a tool because the lap band had to come out. I still wanted to have some type of tool that would help guide me into weight loss. So look at the times. Okay, this is over 10 minutes. I don't know if it's not gonna load up on YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this and then make like a part two. So this will be part one.